Hey there, thanks for joining me today for your second yoga class. Way to go, you showed up. Once again, the hardest part. So go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Way to go. Second yoga class. Way to dive in. We're going to start today in a child's pose. We're going to do the traditional child's pose with our legs together. If you need a blanket under your knees, please go ahead and lay that out and find your child's pose. So knees and feet touch. We sit back like a kneeling position. And then we come down. And our arms swing around towards the back of the mat. This is how we're going to start today. You can go ahead and close your eyes here. You should feel nice and safe and comfortable. Start to notice your breath, bringing your awareness to the space around you. Forming your own little love cave here. Just you, your breath, and your energy. All right there, balled up. Peaceful, calm, serene. Calming our mind, getting rid of the thoughts that pop up. You can look at your thoughts like carbonation in soda. Whenever you first pour the drink, like when we first get on our mat, all these bubbles, all this raciness, they're just popping up to the surface. Just acknowledge them, watch them rise, see what they want and let it go. Watch the bubble pop, and then we wait for the next thought to arise. Normally, by the end of our practice, the soda is flat, and the bubbles are a lot less. They rise less often. They're less annoying to us. When we practice this on the mat, we learn to gain control of our thoughts off of the mat. We habitually have thoughts, but we can control them. We can control our reaction to the thoughts, whether we acknowledge them and dwell on them, or whether we acknowledge them and let them go. The choice is yours. Go ahead and start by bringing your hands in front, not long. Might feel a little bit of stretch in the shoulders here. Start by walking your hands over to the left. And breathing. Nice side body stretch all down the right side. Going ahead and getting some movement and warming up our spine here. And walk those hands back through center. And over to the right. Soft inhales and exhales out the nose. And walk the hands back through center. We're going to come up to all fours now. So same thing as yesterday. If you want the blanket for your knees, please take the blanket. It feels really nice. Go ahead and find your all fours position, making sure that our hips are over our knees and our shoulders are over our wrists. Pushing equally through the hands and the shoulders. We're not rounding the back here. We have a neutral tilt in our pelvis, keeping our spine nice and long. We have our grin on our faces. Go ahead and drop the belly. Inhale for cow pose. We're going to exhale and round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Really good job. So we're going to go ahead and sweep our right arm up towards the sky. And this is going to be a really good stretch for our whole front bodies. And then we're going to thread our needle to stretch our shoulders. So the right hand is going to come through the left area here. And we're going to come down to our right shoulder. If this is enough for you, just stay right here, using the left hand as support. We are still active here. We are not collapsing in our spine. We're keeping it nice and lengthened. Just getting a nice shoulder stretch here. A little bit of a twist. Gets our digestive systems fired up. And go ahead and press through that left hand to sweep the right hand all the way back up towards the sky. You can take your gaze with it if that feels good. And place it back down. Good job. So now we're going to do the other side. So our left hand sweeps up towards the sky. Pause here for just a minute, finding the openness in the chest. And thread your left hand through the right space, using your right hand for your stability here. Gaze can be towards the ceiling. Eyes are open or closed. Grin is present. We are happy to be stretching out our shoulders. It's good for our bodies and even better for our minds. Okay, go ahead and press through our right hand to bring the left hand back up towards the sky. Take 2 deep breaths here. And release it back down. Very good job. So now we're going to do a low lunge with our right leg. So we're just going to slowly bring our right leg up in between our hands. If you want, you can do exactly what I did. I just picked my leg up and kind of walk it forward. Keeping, if you had your blanket down, keeping your left knee on your blanket. Just feel this position here. You can keep your hands on the mat. Just feel how this low lunge feels to you. You should feel the stretch in your left psoas. You may feel the stretch all down your right side leg, this big muscle here. If you want, you can bring yourself up. You can interlace your hands and put them on your knee right here. You can also sweep your arms up overhead if that feels nice. So this is low lunge. Whenever we're in any position like this, our knee should never be over our ankle. We can have it stacked, but never pushing over. We want to protect our knee, and to do that, we keep them aligned or back. This is still a low lunge, right? I don't have it totally stacked. When you know you're stacking, you can see your right big toe. But this is great. This is a little less, and it's a wonderful stretch either way. So this is our low lunge. So we're just going to bring that right leg back. And then we'll do a twist here before we go to the other side to break it up. So we call this looking at your puppy's tail. So just take your gaze around to your right feet. You'll feel this in your left side body. And gaze back through middle, and then take it over towards the left foot. Feeling that all down the right side body. Back to center. And now we're going to bring our left foot up for our low lunge on the left. So place that left foot in between your hands. Same exact things on this side. We do not want our knee splaying over our ankle. Just feel this position just like this first. If you want a little more, you can bring your hands up to your knee. You can interlace them and sit them right behind your knee, making sure you can see that right big toe. We are pressing up. We're not collapsing here. If you want, you can bring your hands up, overhead, and your gaze is just forward. Low lunge. Very good job. Go ahead and frame the foot. So when I say frame the foot, we're putting both of our hands beside of our foot that's in front, and we're kind of like picture box framing it here. So frame the foot and step that left leg back to meet the right. We're back in all fours. We're going to go ahead and come up to down dog. I'm going to have to move my blankie here. So hands are forward, toes are tucked, and we're just going to slowly send our sits bones towards the sky. So just very slowly push up, keep your knees bent. And we're going to go ahead and do like we did yesterday, and we're going to walk our dog. So drop the left heel down, right heel is up. Drop the right heel down, left heel comes up. It's going to do that 3 times on each side. Left, and then right, left, and right, left, and right. Good job. Way to walk your dog. Good job. So, just like we did in the low lunge, we're going to step our right foot forward. We can kind of tiptoe it like this. You can lift it up to get it up there. We're going to pivot our back foot to where it is parallel to the back of the mat or slightly facing forward towards your body. It is flat on the ground. If you need to pull your feet closer together, that's great. Feel this. This is an interesting position. We are going to rise up into warrior one. All it takes is for you to rise up. Come up. Our gaze is forward. Our front right knee is not splaying over our front right ankle. Our back leg is at that slight angle. And our arms are up. And our gaze is towards the front of the mat. Warrior one. Good job. Go ahead and just smile here. And breathe. We are still actively breathing in and out of our noses. We're going to open up into warrior two. I'm going to turn so you can see me. We're going to open up into warrior two. So we're here. And then now we're here. So we just have to splay our arms open and our chest towards the side. So our gaze here is still forward. Our arms are parallel to our mat. We're still smiling here. Warrior two. This is warrior two. Way to go. We're going to do an exalted warrior. So we flip the right hand up towards the sky. Our left hand drops down towards the back leg, and our right hand sweeps up over the rainbow. And we are now exalted warriors. Beautiful, beautiful warriors. Beautiful. Now come on back to our warrior two. We're going to come in for warrior three. I want you to know that I've got your back, the mat's got your back, and every time we fall, we get back up and we try again. That's how we do yoga, okay? So we're going to step to the top of our mat. The best way to get into this as a newbie, I feel like, is to put our hands down on the mat. And if you need a block here, take your block to give you some length. Okay? And we're just going to shoot our left leg back. Okay? If you feel like you feel good to play here, right? We're not going to be able to perfect this today. I understand this. Bring your hands off. You can do one at a time. Hands at heart center. Hands out in front. Airplane arms. Here is warrior three. We are pressing actively through the left foot back. We have square hips. Your blocks are still in front of you to catch you. And go ahead and come back down to the front of the mat. Good job. Way to go. You just made it through 1, 2, and 3 and exalted warrior on your left side. So we're going to go ahead and just find our forward fold here for a second before we do the other side. So we can just hang in ragdoll here. Same options as yesterday. The blocks are still a great option to kind of hang here. Please remember to keep this slight bend in the knee. We are still breathing here. We are just lengthening through our spines for just a second. I'm going to turn again, so I'm at the right, I'm facing you guys. So we're going to step our right leg back. Go ahead and pivot that right foot. Go ahead and find the alignment with the front leg. And feel this warrior one position on this side. And to get into it, we will rise up slowly and arms overhead. Warrior one on our left side. Breathing making sure that our left knee is not splaying over our left ankle. Gazes forward. We are smiling here. We are beautiful, beautiful warriors. Okay, and we're going to open out into warrior two. Our feet stay exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the direction of our chest and the direction of our arms. Parallel arms, active arms, both pointing towards the opposite sides. Our feet are grabbing in together. Our glutes are engaged. Your gaze is towards the left hand. Go ahead and flip that left palm up towards the sky and drop your right hand down. And left arm goes over the rainbow for our exalted warrior here. And now we have our beautiful exalted warrior on our left side. We're not putting a whole lot of weight in this back hand. It's more just to kind of help us. We're not totally dependent on it. Come back to your warrior two, and we're going to step forward again and find our warrior three. So same options with the blocks on this side if you need them. And we are stepping our right leg back this time for our warrior three on this side. So you can bring your arms to heart center. You can bring them in airplane or out in front of you or right here on this beautiful block. We're pressing that right leg actively behind as hard as we can. We have a slight bend in our left leg, and our hips are square. We are smiling, breathing. Very good job. Come on down for a yogic squat. If you can't get your feet down, if you just don't have enough flexibility, the blocks are your friends, okay? Please use the blocks. They really help us. They're not a crutch. I love the blocks. So press out on your knees with your elbows, hands, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and close your eyes down here for just a second. Take a couple deep breaths. You're awesome. We're going to do one more pose before we find Savasana. So go ahead and sit back on your booty and lay all the way down on your back. You can hug those knees into your chest. Pick your nose up to your knees. Okay, we're going to find happy baby. So grab the outside edges of your feet. And here's our happy baby. We are actively pulling our knees down to our armpits. They're not there. That's just the direction that we are going for. Our sits bones are on the mat. You can feel your entire spine on the mat. You may have to work to pull your sits bones down. When I first started Happy Baby, I was constantly having to pull down. It requires flexibility and strength. This is my most favorite position. This brings out the child inside of me and just makes me feel so playful. You are amazing. You showed up for day 2 and you just knocked it out like a rock star. Way to go. You are amazing. Go ahead and release those feet. So come out long here. Feet go to the bottom corners of the mat. Arms, palms face up or out by our sides. Snuggle those shoulder blades under and find your most beautiful Savasana. This is just about every yogi's favorite position, knowing that we just did all kinds of hard work on our bodies. Shavasana is where we allow the energy to settle. This is where we gain all the nourishment of our practice. Let your breath come back to its calm, even, steady flow. Thank you so much for flowing with me. I'm going to go ahead and close out our practice here. I challenge you to stay in this Shavasana as long as you can. I'll see you on the mat tomorrow. Namaste.